It's been half a year since South African sensation Tyla released her self-titled debut, but the talk around that girl's name does not seem to end anytime soon. No matter if it's her being awarded a Grammy for an African category, or her giving a speech about not all music from Africa is automatically Afrobeat, not even her simply discussing cultures within South Africa, also in terms of race and what she calls herself, which is crazy. Somehow people always have something to say about that girl. That album was pretty good though, check out my reaction if you haven't already. So we got 3 new tracks and a new album cover, which kind of reminds me of that one girl from the Scary movies, that one Japanese girl, but made sexy. But that might just be me being ready for spooky season. She holds some kind of string of water, which is also wrapped around her. I don't know what's going on, but she looks good. Anyways, let's get into the music. The first track is Shake Ass, featuring Tony Duardo, Optimist, and Maestro Fresh Waves. I don't know, but it's 5 minutes long, almost 6 minutes. That's kind of crazy. All right, show me some, Tyla. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. If it's Tyla giving, you know, some local artist from South Africa, from where she's from, Joburg and whatever, some room on her album, that would be great. That's actually great.
Hey baby, shake us kalipati.
I can't understand nothing, but she sounds great. It's kind of very low key, but kind of sensual too. Like it has a nice mix of just being kind of low key, but you can dance a lot to it, and it has a great energy, but kind of nonchalant too. It's great. I like it. See how she's whispering? It's very sensual. I see a lot of people, you know, dancing very sensual to this type of track. No, the flow is incredible. I'm not even mad it's 5 minutes or 6 minutes even. It's a danceable track. It's not overbearing though. It's very sensual. It's very light. But it has a nice rhythm to it. Tyla's very low key on it too, and I can't understand anything, but it sounds good. Okay. I think I already kind of said everything about this track. It's very low key. It has a nice vibe to it. You got some amazing rhythm on here, especially because of the percussion. Tyla was very low key on here, but it's kind of made it sensual. What is especially interesting about this track is it's almost 6 minutes long, and it did not feel like 6 minutes, even though nothing really happened on this track either. So usually when you get a 6 minute track, it's kind of overbearing. It's kind of too much. Like a lot of talk, for example, in rap tracks that are 6 minutes long. The talk just goes on and on and you get fatigued like really quick. Even several beats on a 6 minute track and some features like, for example, on Schizo from Travis Scott's Utopia can save the track sometimes, but in this case it kind of works. You got a very thought out beat. Tyla just does enough on this track, just like the features, and you have a perfect 6 minute track. Track number 2 is Push to Start.
The way we move, skin on the skin, no separation, need no conversation, nah, 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 nah. Wishing the wheels will fall off.
So I like that Push to Start, 0 to 100. That's like a car theme, basically, right? But made it sexual once again. Very soothing voice too. Like Tyla has a very soothing, very nice, silky voice. So like
you hurt me. Only sum it up if you deserve me. Yeah.
Okay.
Gas me up, give me motivation. Tell me where we can't pick a destination.
Back with the car theme, you got gas me up, give me motivation, stuff like that. That's cool.
I say go.
Okay, I like that. You got this whole car theme with gas me up, 0 to 100, something with the highway, and obviously the track is called Push to Start. I like that. Talking about somebody who should act fast before she loses interest and leaves, demanding them to push a bit more, to convince them to gas her up, basically. She tells you to push a button. It's a good song. I don't know how it compares to the rest of the initial album, but I will do my song battle for this album soon for the Deluxe. A song battle is like a tournament where I decide on the best song on an album. I did one song battle for Anita Anita's album Funk Generation. If you're interested, check it out on my channel. And the last track on this deluxe is Back to You.
Diamonds and carrots, kissing in Paris. We're so good at acting like nothing ever happened. When I close my eyes, clear my mind, I'll forget about the 100 times you crossed that line. Always come back to you.
Okay. Now this is interesting. That's a different side of Tyla. That's nice. Why though?
And I don't remember, no. And they all still
Wow. This is not what I expected from Tyla. Tyla's literally falling for a guy even though she knows it doesn't work out. That's kind of crazy.
You cross that line, I say goodbye, but every time I always come back to you.
Now that's crazy. Cross the line 100 times, but she's always coming back. That's kind of... Yeah. Okay, background vocals. Always come back to. Now we don't do that. We don't. So Tyla's talking about the times where she and her partner had to act all cool around people in public. They had to forget the drama and issues for a short moment, just, you know, to not make a mess and drama. In saying we are so good at acting, right? Which is very clever because she combines these events in her life outside of the private life with her actual issues in the relationship. Because she's saying she also pushes her issues away and forgets about the 100 times he crossed the line just in order to stay with him. And no matter how many people try to convince her of leaving the relationship and leave him alone, she always tries to come back. Obviously Tyla's a very confident from the outside perspective, and I'm sure she is. So this type of track from her is very special in my opinion. Especially in times when people call her uppity African, this is actually a great track. It's not always the all confident and uppity African that she is, but she actually has feelings, believe it or not. It's also kind of relatable, right? Maybe not 100 times when somebody crosses the line. I wouldn't accept that. Alright, so you have some very sensual percussion on the first one to move to. You got some flirtatious energy on Push to Start, and a piece of vulnerability on the track Back to You. I think it's a very solid 3-pack. If I had to pick one track off of these three, I don't know. You will see that in the song battle, I guess. These are all very different too, so it's hard to pick. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section below. What is your favorite track? And yeah, see you, love you, appreciate you. Subscribe, like, and comment. And I see you in the next one. And bye.